the information to make sure it's correct. If it's not, the attendance take that chair and go somewhere else, please. Otherwise, everyone will be looking at you instead of the screen. One, thank you.
Dimitri.
Thank you.
Okay, so we are gonna start 2 minutes early. So first of all, I'd like to introduce myself. I am Lion Denise Kelly. I'm with the Daly City Host Lions Club. And I am Cabinet Secretary for this year and for next. And to my left, introduce yourself.
Oh, I'm Yvonne Kantola from the San Francisco Chinatown Lions Club, and I will be the executive director and visitation scheduler again. So you'll be hearing from me.
Okay, so what we'd like to do is we'd like to have you introduce yourselves. And because my vision isn't as good as it should be, there's a nice lady sitting here up front in a blue shirt. We start with you? Would you introduce yourself and tell us the club you're in and your position?
Sure. I'm Doris Scott with San Francisco Unified Lions Club, and this year I'm incoming secretary. And I've been with the Lions Club, and this is going to be my 5th year.
All right. If it's not comfortable for you to get up from these chairs, please don't try.
Yes, it's hard on the knee.
Yes.
I'm Grace New. I'm the secretary for Peninsula Special Interest Lions Club in Foster City. And I was with another club before at Foster
Okay,
City.
welcome.
Yes.
I'm Zenny Lohat, really a nickname for Zenaida. And I was a former board member of the Geneva Excelsior Lions Club. And I'm incoming as a secretary, replacing a very regal and long legacy of Joe Farah of the Geneva Excelsior Lions Club.
My name is Lion Ford Kantola, San Francisco Highlands Lions Club. And I believe I'm the perennial secretary ever since. And also the treasurer at the same time, because our treasurer died. And one thing good that I like to say is I'm the outgoing District 4C4 chair for Budgets and Finance.
Okay, we're gonna start in the back with Bradley and come forward up that road, please.
Oh, do I need to? Yeah, my name.
Introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is Lion Bradley Rojas. I'm a past president. I'm currently a region chair, and I'm attending this training because I wanted to see how hard it is to be a secretary. But actually, this is a good training, so you will see how you can be a successful secretary in your club. So, with the help of our 2 ladies right there, so they can help us. Thank you.
Okay, Malai, I think you're next.
Hi, I'm Lion Lightwood. I am the charter president of the Bear Island Cyber Lions Club, and I hope you will learn a lot from this training. I've been secretary, I've been treasurer, I've been president, so.
And you're the first vice district governor's.
Oh, I am, okay, Mary Kay. I am the partner in service of the first district governor-elect, Lion Jimenez.
Yes.
Yay.
Yay!
Yes.
Hello, I'm part of the Millbrae Lions Club. I was former bulletin editor. Now I'm going to be incoming secretary.
And your name?
Juan Gomez.
Thank you.
Anyone else need the roster? Come your way.
Yeah, please.
Oh!
My gosh, it's just like that all morning for me. Hi, my name is Mary Kay Jolly, and this is just how it is for me today. I am going to be the secretary of the Half Moon Bay Lions Club this year.
Look at you, moving up.
Yeah, I'm stepping down. I came in through the top of the silo because Clay is the district governor, and now I'm very happily doing service projects and being secretary in Half Moon Bay. I love it.
Hi, I am Lion Mary Koo. I will be the secretary of San Francisco, oh, no, not San Francisco.
Uh-oh.
Foster City, Bear Island, Cyber Lions Club. I've been involved with different clubs, so I kind of get mixed up sometimes myself, who I am, where I am, so I'm sorry.
The lion part's all that matters.
I'm Lions of the Margaret Young and be a secretary for a couple of years, but since I'm not able to go to the Poto Lions, so I don't know what's going on, so I try to, always the dailies help me. So
And
that,
your club name?
oh, so my club name is San Francisco Bay Areas Lions Club. Being secretary for a couple of years.
Good morning, I'm Lion Tadipoply. The name of my club is South San Francisco Golden Gate Club, and secretary is something I don't like to do.
Don't
Sorry
say
to
that
say
in this
that.
room.
I'm scared, but then they keep on telling me that they want me to be secretary, but I said, no, but I'm here to learn.
Good, good.
It's not that hard, it's just fun.
I'm Lion Linda August, and I'm a new member of the San Francisco Cosmopolitan Club, and I'm our incoming secretary.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Viola Makino. I am the outgoing secretary for San Francisco Cosmopolitan, and I'm happy to be on board and learning.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Nena Castillo from South San Francisco Golden Gate Lions Club. I'm here to learn about this, to be a secretary. Just in case our group need a secretary, I'll be available.
You've got an escape club.
Oh, hi, I'm Nestor Garao from San Francisco host. I'm interested to know how to learn
To be a secretary.
to be a secretary. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
They are my co-members, but unfortunately, there's no class available for them today.
For
So they're-
coworkers?
For coworkers. This is a membership chair, but this class is gonna be in the afternoon.
Okay.
And this one is a board member of our club, and there's no class available for him. So they were just instructed to sit any class that they're interested.
Well, that's good, because then that makes you potential secretaries. Calvin?
I'm Lion Calvin Yee. I'm with Silicon Valley Cyber. I'm their charter secretary for 8 years. That's it.
You're also a zone chair.
I'm a zone chair. Bradley's my region chair.
Tim?
I'm John Yap, board member of Lions Club San Francisco Host also.
Gonna be my assistant.
Hi, Tim King. I'm the treasurer of the St. Carlos Lions Club and here taking notes for our secretary who's teaching another session right now on LCI.
Good morning, I'm Lion Paz Ancheta. I am the secretary now for San Francisco's Lions Club. And this is be my refresher course. I've been a secretary before, but it's been like 5 years.
Well,
So,
can I interrupt for a minute? Their secretary, Manny Sanchez, for a number of years, has been ill. How is Manny doing?
oh, Manny is really doing good right
Oh,
now.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He
Good.
attended our last meeting.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Very, it's a miracle.
Good, thank you.
Thank you, I will extend
Thank you.
to him.
Morning, Al Ortega from San Francisco Dynamic Lions Club. I'm the secretary, at the same time service chairperson.
And who's next?
Former president.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Candy Caballero, and secretary for San Francisco Healthcare Providers Cybers Lions Club. So I'm here to learn also.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lou Jimenez. I'm from the San Mateo Lions Club. I've been the treasurer for quite a few years. Ray is going to be the secretary this year, and I'm going to take notes for him to help him.
Good morning, I'm Lion Sharon Bagley. I'm part of Bay Area Special Olympics. I've been in Lions for 15 years. I've been secretary, I've been all of them many times. And I'm here for refresher course. Thank you.
And I'm Lion Valerie LeBeau, and I'm from San Francisco Ocean Ingleside Lions Club. And I am currently the club secretary, will be the incoming secretary for this fiscal year. And I've been with this club for about 5 years.
And then we have a recording gentleman here as past council chair, Emil Kantola from the San Francisco Chinatown. And his shadow in the back is PDG Mel Phillips from San Bruno. I think you're gonna be in the membership group this afternoon?
Yes.
Yeah, so welcome to all of you. Thank you all very much for coming. I'm sure you all recognize who the people on the screen are, so we can move on. Basically being the secretary is the glue of your club. You're the one that everybody feeds all the information to for the records and whatnot, so you really have, in my opinion, the best job because you get to know everything. So where you can start in learning is with the LCI Secretary's ebook as a guide for you to use. The link for it is on the screen. I know that you can't necessarily get at it right this very minute, but it's a many-page document that has a lot of key information in there for you just to get you going and get you started. So just for a little bit of background and information, District 4C4 is our district. We have 55 Lions clubs in the district right now. We cover San Francisco County, San Mateo County, and the city of Palo Alto. And as of this morning, we have 1,727 Lions. We are part of the State of California Lions Group, known as Multiple District 4. And there are 16 districts like ours in the state. There are 647 clubs in the state of California and 16,957 members. Constitutional area is a term that you hear explained a lot too, and that's the United States and the Caribbean islands. So there's only 261,715 Lions in that group. And then we're part of the international group that's 1,350,901 Lions as of this morning. That's quite a bit, which is nice. So that's kind of, where that one sits. The other thing that Lions do a lot of that we really shouldn't do is acronyms. We do that a lot, and you get a new Lion in and they have no idea what you're talking about. And this is just kind of a list of some of the more commonly known ones. The one that we're gonna try not to use very many of them today, but the one LCI is gonna get used a lot because that's just kind of what we are. And recently that got changed. It used to be Lions Clubs International. Now they want us to just be Lions International. So we're gonna try to not trip over that one when we're talking, because a couple of old dogs sometimes and new tricks can be a challenge. So in your district directory, when you get it this year, there will be a list of all of those in there. And also, just for your information, so you don't have to take copious notes if you don't want to, we will be emailing you this presentation at the conclusion. So you don't have to try to write all that down. The next thing that we have here is the club structure. And I think most of you are kind of familiar with that. I don't know how easy it is to read on the screen. Is the screen okay?
Kind of small.
It's can't read it, it's too small.
Too small, can I read? Well, it'll be sent anyway, so.
Yeah, well, we're gonna send it to you, so I don't know how to make it any bigger. So basically, this is just the structure of your board of directors. And is anyone not familiar with that? Okay. We had someone come in. Would you introduce yourself?
Yes, Leonard Bob, Burlington Lions Club.
Thank you, Leonard.
Sorry I'm late.
That's okay. One of the responsibilities that comes with being the club secretary is major part of communications, and part of that is communicating the standard club constitution and bylaws to your members and for yourselves, because that has what your quote-unquote legal responsibilities are. Most clubs do not have their own constitution and bylaws. They follow the LCI standard, which gets updated every year, so you need to go in and check. There's usually not too many changes. It's usually just housekeeping type stuff. And then your club should have policies and practices that it follows in addition to that. So rather than creating a brand new set of bylaws that every year you have to go in and you have to go through and make sure that it still matches with LCI, and then make sure that your stuff in your policy, in your bylaws, doesn't conflict with LCI. Use the district or the LCI standard constitution and create your own policies and procedures. My club, as an example, our policies and procedures include things like how much the club dues are and when they're due. What constitutes a membership in our club, what the criteria is to be a member. It can never conflict with what LCI, but it's just kind of a simple thing. Come to 2 meetings, work a service project, make your dues payment. And then pretty much you're gonna get an invitation to join. But the key there is to make sure that your club is not doing anything that is contrary to what LCI says, and that you are open and above board in everything that you do. And you do that, your members will stay happy. Secretary's responsibilities primarily are you are a liaison between the club and the districts. You maintain and review regularly your club membership information. So if you know somebody's moved or changed their email or gotten rid of their landline and now only has a cell phone number, members are allowed to go into the portal and make their own updates. But unfortunately, there's no way for you to know that they've made an update. So you need to regularly review what's in the portal, which we will talk about in a little while, on membership information. You will report service for your club as a support to your service chair, or you will do it as part of your job, because I know some of you mentioned that you're service and secretary this next year. I am too in our club. Everyone can go in and report their own service. The secretary or the service chair goes in and confirms and approves it, that it's done. You respond to special requests from the district. So we will send out an email that says, we need to know how many people in your club wear red nail polish. You just shoot the email back to us. We don't usually ask for that many things, but that's just kind of a stupid thing. Participate in your region and zone meetings. Your region chairs and your zone chairs should have already called you and introduced themselves. How many have not heard from their region or zone chair yet? Oh, okay. We will make sure that that happens very soon. They will be having quarterly meetings. Some will be in person, some will be on Zoom. We would encourage you to attend those meetings because you are part of the governor's quote-unquote advisory board. So when things are happening that the governor needs to know about, you certainly are welcome to call the governor and speak to the governor about anything you want, but these meetings are an opportunity for you to bring them to a like-minded group of your peers and go through and maybe get some suggestions from them. You are responsible for keeping custody and maintaining the general club records. That means your minutes. You should always have a copy of the current financial report, that sort of thing. Excuse me. Yes, Tim.
Are you gonna cover minutes in more detail later? Thank you.
Yeah. You are required, according to the bylaws, to give bond to be the secretary or the treasurer of your club. Your club can waive that requirement. Mine does, because they know that I'm just not gonna pay that kind of money. Either trust me or you don't. That's kind of the way I feel. And I'm sure your clubs will feel the same way, unless you're one of those clubs that's fortunate to have hundreds of thousands of dollars in the bank, then that's an entirely different thing. But it should be part of your first board meeting of every year, should be a waiving of that bond. And that is considered a financial obligation, so when we get to the minutes, we talk about how to do financial versus general, make sure that you include that in your financial. You are also the communicator with the club membership. You're the one that sends out the emails usually that says, hey, we're having our meeting tomorrow, please come. Or if there's information that the members need to know about something specifically, you would do that. And then the most important thing, which I have not had the pleasure of being able to do yet, is you give your records to your successor. In other words, next June, you hand the secretary that's coming in a nice box or a USB stick and say, here it is, it's all yours. My club might let me do that one of these days, but that's kind of, that's kind of an overview. Any questions so far? Yes, Tim.
You talked about the bond, that was new information to me, can you go into exactly what that is? I mean, does anybody else do that? I mean, is that?
So, that's a good question. I'm not sure if we do something similar. You said if the club does have some funds, is that the same thing of just insuring the club versus bond?
No, the bond is something that if your treasurer or your secretary takes off with money, it's kind of an insurance to cover it. I believe that's the way that it works.
At what limits and how much
It's all
it
limited,
costs.
it's all limited by what your bond requirements are for. I don't have the exact
So
wording,
does
I should have had a copy
Each
of the
club,
bond.
does each club have different bond amount required by the club?
You would have to talk to a bonding agent about that, because as I said, I've been very fortunate. My club waives the need for it, and I would
Okay.
imagine that 99% of the Lions clubs, at least in our district, also waive it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But just to protect your club, it should always be a motion.
Okay.
There's a lot of clubs that don't do it because they don't know they have to, but there again, it's just one of those things in the bylaws.
Okay.
Yes,
How is the bond different from the errors and omission insurance?
Oh,
that's a
different.
completely different thing.
Totally different.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
and you'll
as-
cover that later?
No, we
There's
don't
no
get into the
errors and
insurance, but that's a financial, that would be in the treasurer's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I
Is
don't
that
think it's a
clear as mud?
requirement. I'm sorry, I don't think errors and omission is a requirement at all.
No,
in
that's
any of the
that's a,
clubs.
it's like having insurance for your board members. It's up to your club as to whether they do that or not. Yes, Taylor.
Is the bond for secretary and treasurer, or just those two?
Just those two.
Okay, and one motion can take care of both.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And this came from the general bylaws,
It's in the LCI bylaws, yeah. In the standard club constitution and bylaws. I don't carry that around with me anymore. Because it's online if I need it. Okay, moving right along. Primary thing that we should be doing is we should be making sure that everyone in the club because we remember, every Lion is a membership chair, not just your membership chair. We are all responsible for bringing in friends, enemies, cousins, whatever. We need more Lions to do more service. So this is a copy of the application form from Lions International. Unfortunately, and I guess I get it from an environmental standpoint, I called LCI 3 or 4 weeks ago to ask for membership applications because we were having a region and zone training, and I wanted to give every region and zone person being trained 5 membership applications to carry around with them, so that when they visited a club, they always had one. Up until I changed purses the other day, I used to have an application in my purse all the time. And believe me, the last one I had in there should never have been given out to anybody after being in my purse for that long. But now they're only giving you 25 at a time. And I think part of the reason they're doing that is because you get them and then they sit in a drawer somewhere. So if you need membership applications, there's a form you now have to fill out. Then the form number's up there on the screen. It'll be on the PowerPoint when you get it. But you can also download the application, and unless you really need to have the really pretty multiple colors on the back of the application that nobody ever looks at anyway, you can just print that one application page. All the information that's on that form is what's needed to create a new Lion in the portal. So make sure that you get all of that application filled out. And make sure that whoever's giving it to you gives it to you so you can read it. It doesn't matter if the person who filled it out can read it if you can't. So make sure they can read it. You can read it. All right, there's many types of membership. These are also all spelled out in the bylaws. Active regular members are what most of us are. Members at large are members who can't be as active as you want, they'd like to be. Honorary members are exactly that, people that you want to honor. Privileged, kind of self-explanatory. Life members are members who have been Lions for 20 years or are over 70.
15, I think, 15 years.
Is it 15 now?
Yeah. 15 or 7.
Yeah, 15 for over 7.
Okay, it costs $600 to make someone a life member. LCI will charge you for that, and then they will be a life member. Associate members are members of other clubs who want to participate in your club. Associate members cannot be entered in in the portal. You have to send an email to the membership department we'll give you some specifics on that later, but you can't enter them into the portal. Affiliate members are like associates, only they pay dues to your club. Student members, Leo Lion members, are discounted members, and they are under the age of 35. Discounted members are a new category that LCI came up with last year, that it's any member who's paying discounted dues. So that includes, are any of you family members? Where you have the one head of household pays full dues, and then the rest pay half. Those are considered discounted members, and they don't count in your delegate count for convention. Yes?
If the dues is 120, and I just heard you say half, that will be $60 for the additional, or is this 100 for additional members?
That depends on what your club wants to do. LCI charges half. MD4 charges half. Or no, LCI or MD4 doesn't recognize it. So it's LCI charges half and District 4C4 charges half.
On voting, discounted member, so the families still get one vote, or?
Well, no, just as an example, you have 100 members in your house. You've got 2 family members. That gives you 98 members to count towards your delegates. You have a Leo Lion, that gives you 97, etc. But those members can vote. So it just doesn't count in the number of delegates that you get. Does everyone, got a lot of blank looks here, everyone understand how the delegate works?
Yeah.
Yes. You have to explain it further.
Okay. If you have 100 members, you would theoretically have 10 delegates. That's 1 for every 10 members. But for that 100, to reach that 100 number, those Lions all have to be Lions for a year and a day. So if you get a new member 2 weeks before the convention, that number doesn't count for your delegates, but that member can be a delegate and can go to the convention and vote on behalf of the club. Still a lot of blank, yes,
Can I ask you to compare the member at large with the affiliate? As I understand, a member at large is somebody that can't participate on a regular basis. And an affiliate is somebody who wants to join, but is not obligated to work. I mean, what's the
as I
difference
said, I
between the two?
don't have the specifics, because I don't have a copy of the bylaws with me. And
I can answer part of the affiliate, because we're cyber, we have, okay, most of the lines are California or locally here. So when you're outside your service area, just, out of California, they don't come and do any service for you. We put it down as affiliate.
Mhm.
So if you have somebody in Utah, they're not gonna come here, you can register as a new member, but put down as affiliate.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you'd have to go onto the LCI website and look at the bylaws. Yes, Lynn?
My understanding, in the past, they had a certain percentage of their membership that could be either a member at large.
That's all
Is
laid
that
out in the
still-
bylaws, it's still the case, yeah.
Okay, so in the case of the cyber, you said a lot of your members, does that change? I mean, do you probably, being cyber, you probably have more affiliate members in terms of percentage than I do. How does that jive? I mean, I don't understand.
Still active members.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure.
Silicon Valley Cyber is on its own because of outside.
With
The way my whole,
the
setup.
cyber, yeah. Would you go online and see if you can find it
Is the membership training this afternoon or this morning?
this afternoon? Do you have an answer for that?
Yep.
Would you please?
You're limited on the number of affiliate members you can have. So it's a percentage of your total membership.
Wasn't it like half or?
It's supposed to be no more than 25% of your membership can be affiliate members.
It's been a while.
The reason for 25% is because your club wants to do service in your community. All Lions clubs do. That's why you join a Lions club. So if you have an affiliate member, basically all they're doing is giving you financial support for your organization or your club. So the object is to get service to your community. So they want to limit the number of affiliate members. Otherwise, if you have a club with only 5 members that are regular members and all the rest are affiliate, how are you going to be able to do service projects? So International wants to limit the number of affiliate members you have within your club. That's the reason why. And it's supposed to be 25%.
Stupid me. Didn't I have the link here for you to find it?
You can also search, if I may add, you can also search on your Google. You put in there Lions Club International, and under membership, put affiliates in there. You'll find it easily.
Easier than going on the LCI website.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Member at large has moved from the community or for health reasons can't participate anymore. Honorary, performed outstanding service for the community or for your club. Privileged is 15 years or more. And they pay dues to the club. Life members don't pay dues, and it still says 20 years in the bylaws. Active membership, 20 years. And and then down further it says 15, so.
Did the 15%?
Yeah. Affiliate member, a quality individual of the community who currently is not able to fully participate as an active member of the club, but deserves to support the club in the community initiatives. So they do still pay dues. They are eligible to vote at club meetings, but not at conventions, and they cannot hold club office. So does that just make it even more confusing for everyone? I'm sorry, as I said, technologically. Okay. Why am I seeing something different up there than what I've got? Okay, there we go. Okay, so. Okay, so you've got a new member. And the information, as we said, is on the application. Couple of things though that are very important. Each Lion should have a unique email address. And if you are a family and you're sharing an email address, and both of you are on the board or need to make changes in the portal, you can't. You have to have two separate email addresses to access the portal. And you have to have an actual birth date. For those of you who have been Lions for a while, it used to be when you joined, all you needed was a year. Now you need to have an actual birth date with this new portal and it's one of the security steps. So one of the things you should do is go in as the new secretary and take a look at all of your members' birth dates. And a lot of them will say 1/1/1972 or 1/1/1998. There's not too many 2000s that don't have the birth dates in them. But it would be in everyone's best interest to have a real birth date in there, or to let the Lion know what their birth date shows at LCI. And if they choose to keep it as 1/1/1972, that's certainly their prerogative, but they will need to remember that when they get asked security questions on the portal. To me, it's just easier to get everybody to change it. So you have, you've now gotten them in there, you've created a roster, you've advised everybody in the club what's going on. Your Sunshine Chair, you should give them the member's anniversary date as a member and the birthday so they can get a greeting from your Sunshine person. And then you also need to prepare the new member kit for the new members for the induction ceremony. New member kits are available free from LCI. I don't know if they put a limit on them, but I think that they may be doing that because a lot of clubs were ordering 20 or 25, and then in the course of a year they'd get 3 or 4 new members. Part of the issue, and they did something smart a couple years ago, it used to be when you ordered a new member kit, you got a new member certificate and a sponsor certificate in the kit. So when the president of the international would change, you would have certificates you couldn't use anymore. Well, now the kits come without the certificates in them. The certificates come in the box, but they're separate. And what we will be doing is right after the convention, I will be contacting International to get some certificates with the new president's signature on them, so that if you have members come in and you still have kits left over, you'll be able to use them. We also are going to hang on to some of this year's certificates because there are some clubs that don't do their inductions until they do their club installation And please don't do your installation in October. Please get them done before then. But then you might want to have last year's president because of when they became a Lion. All you need to do is contact me and we will let you, if we've got them, we'll share them with you. You wouldn't have any left. Oh, you have some too. Yvonne has a few too. But the cabinet secretary always has membership kits available. So if you need them kind of last minute, just let me know and we can make arrangements for you to get them. When we go to cabinet meetings, I usually bring 4 or 5 with me just to have them in case people need them, but other than that, you have to pick them up for me because they're too bulky. They'd be very difficult to mail. Okay, the certificates of sponsorship and membership are pre-printed except for the person's name. If you have someone in your club that can do lovely calligraphy, I would suggest doing that. Otherwise, you can download the template from LCI and it'll put the name in the right spot. Well, as close as it's gonna get. Okay, associate members, we talked about them very briefly. Those are just members of another club who wants to be part of your club. Some clubs charge them dues, some do not. When you do that, you will need to have their member name, the way it's listed with LCI, their member number, their home club name, and club number. So you send an email to the member service center, and you say, you know, I put Melvin Jones on my example. Melvin Jones, number 1 of First Lions Club number 1, as an associate member of my Lions Club number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that information, that's how you put them in, and that's also how you drop them. Associate members do not get added to the district distribution list for your club because they should already be on the list in their own club. So we don't duplicate that. So now I'm gonna turn this over to Yvonne.
Okay.
And she's gonna talk about agendas and all that other kind of stuff. So you wanna work this or?
No, you can do it.
Oh,
Okay, so, working with your club president, you'll be setting up the agenda for your next meeting. Some secretaries just go ahead and do the agenda and they show it to the president. President will look it over and add whatever they want or vice versa. So it depends on how your club, your president wants to do it, okay? And, so the one thing I would suggest also, as was mentioned, would be to email your membership 10 days or so before your meeting to remind your members that there is a meeting coming up, so this way they don't forget that there's a meeting coming up. The format of the agendas are your club's preferences, as it says. Nope, that's
no,
not
the
it.
wrong one. There we go.
Okay, and it should include, as a minimum, a quorum, which would be 51% of your board members that are in attendance at that meeting, call to order, pledge, invocation, a song, which is optional, not every club sings, member introductions, acceptance of your minutes of your previous meeting, the treasurer's report, old business, new business, and membership announcements if it's applicable. And it was already covered about doing the financial, oh no, we didn't do that. Okay, so your first board meeting, you should have a motion and vote to establish the financial signatories for each club account. So your charity account or foundation account and your administrative account. And so the 3 signatures normally would be your president, secretary, and treasurer. So you would also, at that meeting, make a motion to vote and waive your bonding, which we already talked about. Okay, and I think that's pretty much for that.
Yeah.
And that's a sample there of minutes that you might use, but you can use whatever your club has been using. So your current secretary probably has their own way of doing their minutes. You may want to follow that way, or maybe you have your own way, which might be more efficient for you, maybe like a bullet style or line by line kind of thing. So whichever is most comfortable for you, where you would have all the information from your meeting. So the meetings are an essential part of your communication with the club. And all your minutes should be sent out to the membership, all your membership, as soon as possible after the meetings, only because it would be fresh in your mind and you won't forget. And I know you put notes, you'll be writing notes during the meeting, but you want to make sure you don't forget anything, because you might have that thought, oh, I forgot to write this down, but I remember this was what was mentioned during the meeting. Okay, so meetings with financial decisions that are made should have detailed information. Who made the motion, who seconded, any discussion and the vote. And I think it's also a good idea, anytime you have a motion that was made in the club meeting, to have that information as well, so it's on the record. And so, let's see, quorum? Yeah. Oh, and the quorum would be 51%. Didn't I say that?
No, yeah, quorum, 51% of the board meetings. 51% of your members board members have to be at the meeting in order for you to conduct any business. A regular membership meeting is 51% of the members present. If we all tried to go with a quorum at a membership meeting, we would never get anything done, because I don't think anybody gets that many members at a meeting anymore.
Okay, so going back to the financial signatures at the bank, you're required to, is that on there?
Yeah.
Okay, you're required to have a letter for the bank to state who, the motions that was made of who will be the president, secretary, treasurer. But you need to also check with your bank, because some banks would just accept a letter with a letterhead of who your incoming officers are and outgoing officers are. So it does depend on your bank, so I would double check with the bank, because I know our bank, they would accept a letter just saying that this is the outgoing, this is the incoming, and they will accept that.
You can interrupt. Most banks now are requiring a copy of the minutes attached to the letter.
Yeah, I do it.
I was just gonna say, they
A lot of those,
the minutes.
a lot of those
Just
rules
wasn't
have
yours.
changed.
Yeah.
So, I mean, some banks, if you've been doing business with them for years and years and years, they're a little bit more easy, but, I know that most of the banks that at least I've been dealing with for, between the district and my club, they require both, the letter and the minutes, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I usually do include the minutes too, but they don't always ask for it, so. Anyway.
Denise?
Okay.
Yes.
You know, at the bank, they also made us change from the donation and admin account, and we had to use general and operating accounts.
That's their
bank,
yeah,
that,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Cause I was just saying, they wouldn't let us use the accounts unless we changed it. They were really,
Yeah, well, I know that one of the banks that I deal with, they said they don't care what we call them there, we have to call it Daly City Host Lions Club, and we have to keep track of which one is which, which is fine, so we just put it on the check, yeah.
okay.
Well, we have, other things to cover, in this PowerPoint. Some stuff like certificates of insurance and protocol and a lot of that stuff, but I think that we need to, because we don't have that much time left, I think we need to just kind of bounce forward to the portal. So I think that that's probably the reason why most of you came anyway. So anyone not been on the portal yet, other than poor Margaret? Okay, Grace, you haven't been able to get access yet, but you will not, if you are an incoming secretary, you will not get it until July 1st. You can get it at 12:01 on July the 1st, and if you're the outgoing, it's gonna end at midnight on the 30th. It's quite hysterical that that happens. So you have, okay, I wanted to actually go onto the portal. I do have some screens here, but since you can't see them, I think I'm just gonna shut this down.
No, I think
Can you see this okay?
you can see it.
Okay. All right, so this is the home screen. And so you will go into, you will choose My Club. That will be your first one. And it's gonna bring you a screen that looks like this. And if you are entering new members, you would go to the Member Action Center where it says Manage Club Members. That's where you enter the new members or you make any changes to that member. The other option is the Select Club Actions, which is where you go to look at the reports that you want. So what you would want to do, rather than going through and looking at each member, you would want to go in and pull a roster as your first thing. You pull the roster and you go to the reports, you get a drop-down box. And it'll say, you know, which report do you want to look at? The one that's gonna have the most information for you is gonna be the, it doesn't show on here. I'm gonna try to actually log on real quick here. Okay, so there's the first one. I'm gonna go into My Club.
It's not showing up on the screen.
It's not. Emil, how do I do that?
I think you have to do show screen or something.
Do what?
She's trying to show the portal because she's on the portal live now, but it's not showing up on the screen. Is there something like
Go to
show
home.
screen?
Show which window you're sharing.
You're probably still in the PowerPoint presentation.
Oh, yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, go to your,
Minimize.
Get out of the PowerPoint.
Your PowerPoint rather.
you can see it at the background right here. There you go.
There you go.
Okay, all right. So you've got member actions, you've got manage club members, and that's gonna give you a drop-down box to add, edit, reinstate, transfer, or drop. When you have a member who's leaving because they're transferring to another club, that's a drop member. And you're gonna get another thing that's gonna say why, or the person. And I guess I could drop Bradley, but I won't.
I'll have all on then.
But
Pick him up.
you can't have him. You choose the member, and then it'll bring another drop-down box that'll ask you what the reason is that they're leaving. And you choose transfer for that. You use the transfer member when you're bringing them in. And what that does is if you do it that way, you don't get a bill for dues because there's an assumption that they're already paid, which is kind of nice.
Question,
Yes,
when we get a transfer, are the person, the member from the other club has to tell the secretary?
yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you just don't transfer like that, you have to.
No, I mean, if you drop them, the club drops them in good standing as a transfer.
Mhm.
Then once that goes through, then the club they're transferring to can go in and put them in as a transfer.
Yeah, the two secretaries have to
The
talk
two
to each
secretaries
other.
have to talk to each other. Hopefully. Okay. You manage your club officers the same way. You create a new assignment, you end an assignment, or you add an officer address, which most people don't do anymore because everyone's getting their mail centrally. So when you're creating a new assignment, it's gonna ask you if it's for this year or next year. Right now, it's for next year. Tuesday, it's for this year. So if you hit upcoming year, it's gonna give you for 26, 27, so let's not do that. It's asking you to manage club leaders, which are something that most clubs don't have, and it's interesting to me that you can manage a Cub club with children under 12, but you can't manage a Leo club. You manage delegates and view delegates. As of right now, District 4C4 does not use the portal for delegates. We don't know what we're gonna do next year, but this year we're not. And then it also gives you an opportunity to just get a list of your club officers. So your future officers, we'll do those because it's for Tuesday, and you can see it just gives you their names. Okay, under club actions, this is where you can print membership cards, you can give them a delegate confirmation letter, which we don't use. You can view reports. You can create a club branch, but we won't get into that, and you need to do that, we'll do that under separately. But on the view reports, this is where you're gonna get the most of your information. You can get an attendance, you can create an attendance report, you can get your club achievements, which I don't think we have any.
We have it enough.
Yeah, it should have, yeah.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Okay, just give you some information, yeah. Huh. I'm sure that that information will be pulled out for, governor visitations by the governor before they come to visit. You get an attendance report. Now, the club monthly reporting history, that just gives you how often that's kind of a carryover report from the My LCI system. It used to be that the secretary had to report every month membership.
Yeah.
And if you didn't have any changes to your membership, there was a button that you could put no changes. But if you didn't do that, you didn't qualify for secretary recognition at the end of the year. So, but that is no longer a requirement, so but the report is still there. You get club officer report for the current year, which just gives you the officers and their contact information. You get a club roster that gives you everybody's name. Oops. You get a club roster of membership data that basically tells you when they all joined. The Lions District Officer contact list will give you the governor, region chairs, that sort of thing. A family unit report's gonna tell you who in your club is listed as a family unit. The Lions Club contact list is the one that I use the most. That's got your name, phone number, membership number. It's got, it's gonna give you the most information. That's what I pull, and I pull it once a month just to make sure that no one has changed an email or something that I don't know about. The club officers report for next year is just basically what you put in there for last year. The club membership update report tells you what's been updated, and the monthly membership report detail is an old carryover from the MyLCI that I think is probably gonna go away July 1st. So that's just kind of an overview. Now, yes, Tim? Okay. What I was gonna say is some of you have been having trouble getting in to the portal. And if you happen to, I know that Lion Margaret brought her computer today. If you need some assistance with that, I'm here, Yvonne's here, and Lion Mariah Tucker is really kind of a guru when it comes to this portal stuff. So between us, we may be able to help you out get going. Otherwise, we give you the phone number to call LCI come Monday. Yes, Jim?
So who other than the secretary can change membership information? Because not everybody can.
Yes, you can. Any member can go in and change your own membership information.
But who can
In
change?
general, the president, the secretary, or the club administrator can make those changes.
Okay. I thought the service chair could go in and drop people also?
No, can't do anything with people, can only do stuff with service.
Got it, okay.
Yeah.
And, as far as reports go, I've been an officer since I've used my LCI. So Can a general member come in and get a membership roster of their own club?
I don't
No,
know.
I think they can.
No, okay.
No.
I thought they can.
I don't know because I unfortunately can't sign on as a member.
No, understood. Yeah.
Because of being the club secretary and the district secretary, it doesn't give me that kind of stuff. But, you can certainly, well, since you're a treasurer, I don't know whether you can, but maybe you could get somebody else to just sign on for you and see whether you
I
can or
I
not.
can get a membership list and I can find out. I just wondered if you knew.
Yeah, no, I don't know, cause I've,
No,
I
we
don't,
also,
oh, you know
situations.
what, I don't think you can, I think you can only get the officers, club officers, and that's it. Cause I think I was trying to look up something and I couldn't, access that.
yeah.
I could
so
only
when you
get the
log into my
officers.
portal, if you are not an officer, all you can see is your membership as a lion in your club, and then you will see also the officers of your club. You cannot have access to the membership information at all
For any other member.
for any other members.
Well, and as I just mentioned, see, I mentioned she was the portal guru and she walks through the door.
Your ears were
My
burning.
ears were burning. Lion Malite is correct, kind of. So if you have clicked your privacy setting on your personal portal, the only piece that the rest of your members will see is your name and your email. If you have not, they will see your registration. They will see your name, if you have a partner, your phone number, your address, a map of where you live, and when you started. Was there?
But now, the question was, I'm not an officer in the club. I'm, Denise Lyon.
Yes.
I log into the portal. Can I pull a list of all of the members of my club?
Yes, you can pull a list of the members of your club, but it will only show you their name and their email. Okay? Does that make sense?
But the secretary gets all of the content.
The secretary
And the
gets
president-
everything, the president and the service chair can get everything, and membership.
The service chair gets all that information?
The service chair can get everything because every member of the club can enter a service report, but only the service chair can clear it and finalize it. And because of that, sometimes they have to call or email to get more information.
And the admin.
Oh yeah, and the admin.
The privacy button,
Mhm.
who does that limit?
That limits everyone but the cabinet officers such as the secretary, admin, governor team, service chair, and PDGs.
So everybody in the club.
But everyone in the club, if you go into your screen in the privacy, and if you're looking on what Lion Denise has up here, you see that little gray circle in the top right-hand corner? That's where everything is. It also can change your accessibility through the blue person on the bottom.
Okay, so under my settings,
Yes, you should have a profile.
PDG can't get detail.
You can't get details anymore? Okay, sorry, we took it away from PDGs.
they don't need it.
Right, just a quick question, so if a member has never
Yours
gone-
is private, Denise.
So
Yeah.
is there a default setting for privacy if a member's never gone in before?
If they've never gone in before, the default is private, just so you know. You actually have to make it open to the rest of your club, which you don't need to if you're secretary and membership chair doing their job.
But the other thing that you should know is if for some reason, I don't know if it works here, you wanna see something, in my case, you can see here, I've got multiple titles. Not all of those titles give me access to everything. It was originally thought that when they did the portal, that your highest rank would cover everything, but it does not. So for example, as the district administrator, I cannot run any reports for the district. But as the cabinet secretary, I can run all kinds of reports. So so that's one of the things you need to be careful of when you go into the portal. Make sure you check your title and you choose the right one. Because if you just don't pick it, it's gonna limit what you can see.
Yes. Like I, just so you know, that is very true. I've had access to the portal since before everyone else. I was part of the beta test team. And on that team, I had way more access, and then I became the GST and things changed a little bit more. And now that Lion Denise has already put me in as a second Vice District Governor-elect, more training options have come up, and it's already telling me what I should be preparing for starting next Lion Year. So everything changes. Did you have another portal question? You did? Okay.
Oh,
Pause.
I haven't been a secretary for almost 5 years. Can I still use my same password and my same ID number?
No, your ID number hasn't changed, but your password, you have to reestablish it.
Oh, okay, so my ID is the same.
Your membership number that was on the sign-in sheet that we passed around?
Oh.
Has everyone signed that sign-in sheet?
Yeah, I have it.
Where is it?
Where is
I got
it?
It's back here.
We have a couple who haven't signed it or initialed their stuff. So make sure, if you're not sure about your membership number, your current secretary has it, or you can call or text me and I'll get it for you, because I keep the membership numbers on the thread distribution list so that I can go on and get them at a moment's notice. I don't have to sign on to the portal and all of that. So, you know, if you need it, we wanna be able to give it to you. Yes, Mary?
So I was able to log into my Lion portal, and I can totally see all the club member with the name, email, and phone number. And I can also see the club officer and sponsor club. So
Yes.
everything is under
What's your current title?
secretary? No, secretary is my incoming year,
Okay.
so as for now, I should just amend.
Well,
And did you have,
A lot
when
of the
you
clubs
signed
change.
on, did you have two choices? Did you get a club secretary and did it say, active or pending?
No, I just log in as like a regular member,
Okay.
so.
And there's also, just so you know, as club secretaries, if you open the list and make it public, which you'll have an option to do, when you first sign on, the first day that your secretary comes into play, there's a, would you like to make list public? You could check that and it almost overrides everyone else, but it's only within your club. So your club members can see everything.
Now, we confused you enough, or is there any more confusion you'd like to have?
And if you think the portal looks boring, I'm just gonna tell you, click accessibility and click ADHD. It makes it so much prettier. All right, good?
Uh-huh, thank you.
I was just making sure you know what time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, anything else? Okay, when you get this PowerPoint, that's another reason I want you to make sure that you, signed in on the sheet, because we're gonna use that as the mailing list for the, to mail this out to you this evening. If you have any questions, and you don't call me, or you don't call Lion Yvonne, it's your own fault. We are here to help you.
So we can blow up your phone.
Absolutely. Please do. In the beginning, please do. We don't want any one of you to feel stranded or feel like I'm stupid, because you're not. And we just really, really would like to be able to help you when you need it. And even if it's 3 months down the road and you run across something and it stumps you, please, we're happy to help you.
Thank you for that.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, my phone number is 650-218-9960.
650-218.
9960.
9960.
I do not answer my phone after 10 o'clock at night, only because I don't want to have to deal with my husband. He doesn't believe in phone calls after 9, so I've drawn the line at 10. So, you know, if there's something going on that's really that important, you know, text me. You might have a better shot.
650-218-9960.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
But those of you who haven't met Pat Kelly, dealing with him when the phone rings late at night is just not worth it. Now, the other thing is, Lion Yvonne is responsible for scheduling the visitations with the governor again for next year.
And that's for next year.
For next year.
So she's gonna be passing around and have this sheet of paper, asking you to please fill it out for her, to save her from having to send you an email asking you the same thing, since you're here today. We're gonna be breaking and going in for lunch. She will have it, so please fill it out.
So, on this form, what I would like you to give me would be your name, your email address, legible please, your club, and also on this column is the visitation date that you would like. So you guys are lucky. I'm letting you know, you can choose, or let me know when you would like to have the governor visit your club. So I will do my best to accommodate you. So on this column here, put down what month, and even better yet, if your club meets like the third Thursday of the month like ours do, put that down as well so I know when you meet for sure, and I can schedule you the soonest I can, or whatever date you put down here.
So in other words, for attending this class, you're getting special treatment?
What happens if we have to talk to our president?
I'm sorry?
What happened, I mean, do we have the right to mandate the date?
No, you can just put down the suggested date.
Yeah, and every one of these is gonna have to be confirmed anyway.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so you would say like maybe, you think you might be able to have it in September, for example. Just put September down, and then you can go back when you have your next board meeting, you could say, well, I would like to know if we can do it in September, because that was the suggested date that you put down. So, I'm flexible.
Just that other times they do wanna know when you commit a member of the governor's visit during a meeting. Because our club have a Zoom and in-person meeting.
Yeah, so it would be helpful to know when would be good.
Don't cancel.
And don't cancel.
Yeah. And that's the other thing too, if you schedule the governor's visit, please remember that there are 55 clubs in the district that the governor has to go and visit. And if our incoming governor has his way, there's gonna be 60 clubs by September. Which means all of them have to be visited. So if you have to change the date, please do it as soon as you know you have to change the date. Please, stuff happens, so it's not that you can't cancel it the day